Hey everyone, Jeff Peters here from GamerPops, and I am joined by Owen, my son.
Meth. Hello? Hello? Is this registering? I think it's registering. Yeah!
Yeah, it's registering. So, today we are talking about the latest game to come out from Nintendo. One Yoshi's Woolly World for the Nintendo Wii U.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah, which is pretty good. We'll get to that in a little bit. This is a game very similar in vein to Kirby's Epic Yarn from a few years back on the Wii, which I thought was one of the best games, family game on the Wii. And it's got that same look to it with the yarn, well in this case wool, I guess.
I thought that they were associated at first.
They kind of are. Well, they're from Nintendo. They're both from Nintendo, and they're both involving cute, lovable Nintendo characters. So
Yoshi and Kirby's.
Yoshi and Kirby, yeah. Now, of course, this one's for the Wii U, whereas the old one was for the Wii, of course. But the gameplay is much closer.
Similar.
Yeah, it's Yoshi's Island. Compared.
It's Yoshi's Island woolified.
Yeah, exactly, or like new
but
Yoshi's
you're not
Island.
carrying Mario around. Mario doesn't even show up.
Yeah, this one's all Yoshi all the time. So, Owen and I and the other boys have been playing quite a bit. We're going to hear from them a little bit later in terms of what they thought. But I'll start with you, Owen. What did you enjoy about Yoshi's Woolly World?
Personally, my favorite feature was the customizable Yoshis.
Oh, they're not so much customizable, were they?
Swappable.
Oh, like the amiibo ones?
No, those yarns that you collect in the level?
Oh, yeah.
The yards that you collect in the level, you can make into new Yoshis. And I personally enjoyed using all the different ones.
Yeah. And speaking of different Yoshis, we talk about amiibo integration with Nintendo games a lot because amiibo's a pretty big deal for them. Owen, what happened when we touched I'm not talking about the wool Yoshi ones, the yarn Yoshi amiibo, but we have a fairly sizable amiibo collection.
Alright, let Dad just admit it. It's gigantic.
What's gigantic? Yeah, it's pretty big. What happened when we touched just regular old Smash Brothers amiibo to the gamepad while we were on the amiibo hut?
For most of them, it gave them a specific thing, but most of the Pokemon ones that we tapped didn't give them a specific one because of they have tails and wings and things.
Yeah, but if I tap say Zelda or Link or Ike or the Fire Emblem characters or a lot of them, they would actually show up as Yoshified versions of themselves, which is pretty cool. It was actually fun, and you can play through the different levels as those characters, like that dude Sheik, for example, or Link, or Dark Pit, or Ganondorf, whatever. So that was pretty cool.
I personally enjoyed Captain Falcon.
Oh yeah, Captain Falcon did that one?
Yeah, but my favorite had to be Ike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ike. Well, you love
so
Ike.
much detail.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was until I found a wool Yoshi that I gathered through the levels.
Yeah, so let's talk a little about the yarn Yoshi themselves, the yarn Yoshi amiibo. I'm just gonna grab one here. You probably saw our unboxing video where we have the green one, the pink one, the blue one, and the nice thing about them is that
they're actually yarn.
Yes, you actually touch them. They're actually made of yarn, which is pretty cool. I can't imagine how much work went into making these. But when you use these ones, if you're playing single player, you tap an amiibo on it any time during the level, and you get essentially an AI/co-op partner. Now, not a very intelligent AI partner, I've found. Is that fair to say, Owen?
I didn't play the single mode. I only play with my brothers.
Oh, okay. But
I assume that it is pretty stupid.
Well, sometimes when we play with your younger brothers, especially Malcolm, they tend to go off the rails a little bit. So I'm not sure.
I personally like using them as yarn balls, so I have an infinite amount of yarn balls.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about if you don't have a co-op friend to play with, or brother, or dad, or mom, or whatever, you can always tap one of the yarn amiibo during a level, and a second will show up as sort of a co-op companion. Now they'll do the same everything you do, they do, so you have to be careful with that. But yes, that does allow you to have essentially unlimited yarn balls.
Yarn balls. A product of Nintendo.
And the yarn balls are an essential part of the game because they help you unlock puzzles and help you take out enemies from far away. And secrets, yes, those too. So now you never played any co-op at all, you said, right?
I always played co-op.
Oh, sorry, you played all co-op, no single with your brothers. So, and they're easy to take out too by just tapping them back on. They disappear if they start to get in your way. So if you ever need a little I know I personally a few times ran out of yarn balls when I needed them, so I just grabbed an amiibo, tapped it on, used them as I saw fit, or just find a little brother, I guess. Now what about now the gameplay we were talking about is very similar to Yoshi's Island, New Yoshi's
Island, except for it's more like the Yoshi story, I guess, not Yoshi's Island, because like you don't have you have like a health meter, or not like a whining Mario.
Yeah,
which I'm sure that all Nintendo fans will be very relieved about.
They might. Yeah, you don't get the wah, wah, wah. You have to recover them. It's just you just have hearts, right?
Hearts, yeah. Each enemy I found dealt about 5 damage, and you have a total of 20 health, so 4 hits, and you're down to the broken heart.
You always start with 10 hearts, though.
Yeah.
And you can always accumulate more during the level, but and I mean, I found the game to be as hard as you wanted it to be, I guess is the best way to put it.
Oh yeah, the power badges. We should probably talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get to the power badges in a minute. But just like for pure playing through the level, I mean, I found the difficulty curve escalated quite nicely. The levels got gradually harder, more challenges, more puzzles and whatnot. But they weren't
badges made them too easy though, some levels.
Yeah, and well, and like I said, we'll get to the badges in a minute. I felt that you could try to just ace every level and try to find all the secrets, all the collectibles, get as many gems as possible. And there's a significant challenge in that. But if you just want to clear the levels, then the checkpoint is fairly generous in the game. You get quite a few hits, especially if you have a co-op partner. You can pretty much just sort of sponge off each other, unless you both die. From what I saw.
Lava.
Yeah, or fall into lava. Yeah, there are pits here, like you would expect to see in any platformer, of course.
Instant death. Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, that part wasn't good. But the nice thing about Yoshi is that it's harder to fall in a pit because Yoshi has the ability he uses his yarn to flutter, basically, and almost like a helicopter.
Yeah, it actually puts blades on his feet.
Oh yeah, that's what his blades on his feet. It kind of looks and he's like, it gives it a little bit of an extra distance and a little extra height on some of his jumps, so that helps with maybe not dying all the time.
And for getting certain secrets, I found that you like almost had to have like a co-op partner playing with you. Like for one of the flowers in World 1's castle, and like you had to knock him. You had to really. It's hard to get it, but if you managed to get just a perfect shot, I think you could probably get it, but I just personally bounced Malcolm off the wall, and he got it.
Malcolm just bounces off of walls in real life, though. So it wasn't really any different in the game for him.
Not much different.
Because you can use your co-op partner to jump off their head or get a boost from them, or you can just eat them and make a ball of them and throw them to where you want them to go to. That always works.
It was a tough ricochet shot, though.
And you made it?
Barely. It took us 3 tries.
Yeah. It only takes 1. First try!
Bad. So yeah, we should probably talk about the power badges now, right?
Yeah, as you play through the game, you will unlock certain what are called power badges. Now,
some of them are useful, like being immune to lava or falling into pits. Some of them are not so useful, like having Poochie.
I liked Poochie. I thought he was cute. Little dog that follows you around.
He's not very good if you're trying to get yarn balls, though.
Actually, he can be very helpful with getting like the yarn secrets and whatnot, because he can reach some places you can, as long as you know how to use them properly. But the beginning of the level, depending on how many power badges you've unlocked during the game, you have the ability to spend some of your gems you collected up to that point, your hard-earned coinage, on a power badge, whether it be make all yarn balls big yarn balls, and big yarn balls last longer. They bounce off of surfaces.
They send your brothers flying farther back.
There's the immunity to lava. There's being able to use Poochie. There's
immunity to lava. I personally used for 1 level, and I never died.
No, that was pretty pricey though, if I remember correctly. So there's a price to pay for these,
but not if you get the free power badge for a limited time.
Yes, I do like the free power badge that they
I got that on the level, so I used it.
Yeah. So
destroyed it.
Overall, what did you think of the gameplay for Yoshi's Woolly World?
Pretty good. Challenging at sometimes, certainly, to get all the yarn. Like a certain one that involved Poochie and a very tight jump. But overall, it was pretty good. The only complaint I have is that Poochie is stupid, and sometimes when I was trying to get somewhere, he ran off a cliff and killed me.
I think that's kind of a theme for the game with the AI in general. Like if you're playing
stupid.
Well, it could be sometimes, but it's a matter of understanding. Once you figure out how the AI is going to work,
it takes Poochie some time to turn around.
Yeah.
Like instant turn.
You have to learn a little bit about their moves, and then once you figure out how they work, you can sometimes get them to work, manipulate them properly. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
The one thing I didn't like is usually in a family game like this, I'm looking for drop in, drop out co-op to be very, very easy, and you actually can't. We tried everything. Once you started a level solo or in co-op, you couldn't really do anything to change that except for leave.
Really, you could just remain as an egg and allow your partner to do things.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have like tonight, for example, Gavin was starting a level and said, "Daddy, can you help me?" I'm like, well, I only had the option to take over for him or restart the level because I couldn't just press a button to jump in as a second player. And usually, a lot of Nintendo games we play are really good about that. Yeah. So I found that to be
like that other yarn game that you mentioned,
Kirby's Epic Yarn. That was perfect. That was a great one because you can just drop in, drop out whenever you wanted.
Oh, you need some help here? Bam, helped you out.
Yeah.
I'm leaving now.
So I don't think it was quite the revelation that Epic Yarn was. Despite having a lot of the similar look.
It's sort of like it's like a spiritual sequel. Spiritual?
I guess you could say that, but it wasn't as easy to play together and feature like the drop in co-op that we like to see in a family game. It's still a really good family game, obviously, because we had any combination of me and one of the kids or the kids together playing the game or just playing solo.
My only complaint personally, well, this is my second complaint, is that there's no 3-player mode. I would have really liked to see 3 players.
These games never do. Well, I guess Kirby's Return to Dreamland did, but that's going back a ways. But yeah, it's a 2-player game only, which it would have been nice to have more. At least in our household when we have me and 3 boys, so really 4 boys when you think about it. But yeah, it is what it is. It probably would have gotten too confusion with 4 Yoshis running around anyways.
Oh yeah, like if everyone just like a pink or a blue or a yellow or TNT Yoshi.
Yeah, so
2 similar Yoshis.
2 similar Yoshis.
Yoshi.
So I've got Malcolm here now, introducing himself. Hi,
Yoshi.
Malcolm. So Malcolm, you played Yoshi's Woolly World as well, and
it's a bit hardcore.
It's a bit hardcore. Well, yeah, because the easy nature.
But no one's on World 3.
But so the easy looking of the nature of the game sort of belies how challenging it can be sometimes, and I think you guys experienced that firsthand, right?
Amiibo.
Yes, but
yeah, you can use all your Amiibos on it. We used most of ours.
Oh, you mean the non-Yoshi ones?
Yeah. The Woolly Yoshi ones, they just help you in single player.
Oh, they act as a co-op partner, right?
Yeah!
Right. What did you think of the game itself? It's pretty cute looking, right?
Yeah, but it's not. But most of the enemies are as cute as they look.
It was a little bit harder than Kirby's Epic Yarn, I think, which is another yarn-themed game that Nintendo made a few years ago.
And there's also another yarn game, Yoshi and the Rainbow Curse. There's like yarn.
That was claymation, not yarn.
But what about the thing that wasn't that yarn?
No, that was I think it was supposed to be clay or marker or something along those lines. Not yarn. The yarn, like this is like actually with that yarn texture that you had in Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Yeah.
But with really cute amiibo to go along with it. Malcolm likes the blue one.
Blue one's mine. It has purple tops.
Oh yeah, it does have little purple top shoes, doesn't it? That's adorable.
And apparently, we have all the 3 ones except for the huge one.
Yeah.
and the pink ones has a slightly darker yellow above it.
Yep.
And then the green ones is your normal average Yoshi.
Cool. Anything else you want to add about the game?
You can tap.
We already did that.
You can tap Silver Mario.
Yes, you can. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Malcolm, for talking.
Actually, anyone. You can tap anyone.
You can tap anyone.
As long as you have him.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Malcolm.
Yay! Da 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 da.
So I've got Gavin here with me now. Say hi, Gavin.
Hi.
And Gavin played quite a bit of Yoshi's Woolly World 2, and he really enjoyed it.
No, 3.
3.
We're on the 3rd world.
Oh yes, we're on the as of recording, we're on the 3rd world, and that's still quite a bit. And he's been enjoying it, right, Gavin?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of the game?
I just really like it.
You just really like it, huh? Is it fun?
Yeah.
Would you like what is maybe your favoriteest part of the game?
When you defeat the fire boss.
When you beat the fire boss.
You can test cheat by using of the fire jumping thing, but you can jump on fire.
Oh, that's a good point. The badges, right? You can.
Yeah.
The gems you earn allow you to buy badges to start at the beginning of any level. It's sort of the cheats, as it were.
Yeah. Nothing can hurt you when you're fighting the boss if you have that.
Yeah. And that makes it a little bit easier, right?
Yeah, not even when he jumps on you.
Not even when he jumps on you, because you're immune to fire, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a neat little feature. Hey, what did you think of what happened when you tapped some of the amiibo in the amiibo house, in the amiibo hide?
It turns into the amiibos of them. But if you tap in any Pokemon once, it just turns into amiibo Yoshi.
Oh, maybe we couldn't get the Pokemon Yoshi going. Cool. So, what did you think of the art style of the game with all the yarn and the wool? And
I love that because then you can fly your guy as a helicopter, and you can turn it into things. Looks like a big giant one.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Gavin.
Can I play by myself?
Yes, you can.